with the Suns likely losing backup center Drew Eubanks. That was a big position of need, and it could potentially be expensive on the free agency market, and the Suns do not have a lot of money to spend. So let's go over Oso's measurables. He's 6'10 with a neutral wingspan and is slightly undersized. I believe he's around 220 pounds. He might get bullied at the 5. I could see him playing a lot of 4 or potentially small ball 5 for us this season. He had 13.4 points per game at Marquette last year, 6.8 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 1.2 blocks on 32 and a half minutes played. He's a very good passer and good roll man, but lacks any perimeter scoring ability, which means he's going to need to be surrounded by 4 shooters pretty much at all times if he hopes to play on this roster. NBA critics are coming out of the woodwork to explain just how impactful Oso's game can be for the Phoenix Suns this year. No Ceilings NBA could only describe his game as beautiful, and Keith Smith said that the Suns may have gotten the 2 best defensive prospects in the entire draft in Ryan Dunn and Oso Ighodaro. While Oso has many intangibles that make him an excellent NBA prospect, if he was perfect, he wouldn't have dropped all the way to 40 for the Phoenix Suns to be able to pick him up. So Nick Agar-Johnson of No Ceilings NBA explained that he shot 7 jump shots in total at Marquette last year and went 2 for 7 on those tries. Not great. He said that he needs to be surrounded by 4 shooters in order to be successful in an offense. But if you look at what the Phoenix Suns have, Kevin Durant, Grayson Allen, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, those are 4 scorers that they could potentially run a small ball lineup and random minutes in maybe the third quarter before Devin Booker or Kevin Durant heads to the bench to get some rest. These are some times that Oso could get minutes, and they could potentially be beneficial with his high IQ passing. While Oso has no ability to stretch the floor for the Suns, he is excellent as a rollman and can place a great 2-man game with him cutting to the basket and finishing with great efficiency. On top of that, his IQ in the short roll makes him an exceptional passer, and kick-out opportunities will be rampant for guys like Bradley Beal, Royce O'Neal, and any other free agent shooters that the Suns are able to get in this offseason. While there isn't as much to say about Oso on the defensive end, he is a smaller big who is able to keep ball handlers in front of him. He's able to hedge, recover, and blitz extremely well, and it should serve the Suns well as a backup center this year. Oso feels like a James Jones guy. Cam Johnson, Jalen Smith, these are guys that James Jones loves, and it seems like he went out of his comfort zone a little bit on Ryan Dunn, going for a defensive first prospect with a lot of high upside. But Oso seems like a guy with an extremely high floor, and that's exactly what James Jones loves. He loves those 4th-year seniors, big, and can play on both sides of the ball well, and that's something that Oso should bring. I really quickly wanted to go over the new G League signing that the Suns made. Now that they have a G League team, they can now do these 2-way contracts, and the first guy that they got was Jalen Bridges out of Baylor. Last year, he averaged 12.2 points per game on 46% shooting, and this right here is great. At 41.2% from 3. He is a sharpshooter, and he should bring a lot of energy to the G League team. And in case of an unfortunate injury, I have a lot of confidence in this kid being able to step up and play a small role for this team. With free agency being right around the corner, the Suns really need to decide how they're going to build out this roster this year. It's Mike Budenholzer's first year. He's got to implement a system, build a culture. There's guys that I don't know if they really fit Mike Budenholzer's system. Guys like Yusuf Nurkic, Nasir Little. These are guys that I could easily see being trade pieces. I thought they could potentially be traded during the draft. They didn't end up being traded ultimately. But some positions of needs for the Suns still at this point is a point guard. There's a lot of really good veteran point guards that they can look for this season. We have Cameron Payne, potentially Chris Paul. We need to monitor the Reggie Jackson situation as he just got traded and could be a buyout candidate at some point this season. Torrey Craig is a guy that the Suns have loved. He's already come back to this team twice. I could see there being a third time. Also, backup center is still a position of need. Oso is an incredible player, but you don't want to hang your entire position group on the hat of a rookie in case of an injury from Nurkic, and potentially if they got rid of Nurkic for a guy like Mitchell Robinson who could be injury prone, they could need some more besides Oso. I could also see them going after a little bit more length and athleticism on the wings, even though they kind of tried to address that in the draft, getting Ryan Dunn and Oso. There's still more work to be done. You can never have enough athletic wings, and the Boston Celtics taught us that this year. All right, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, like the video, comment, and thank you guys.